Your soulmate has been keeping something from you. Now they're ready to tell you. There are moments in life when silence speaks louder than words. Not every secret is meant to hurt you. Sometimes a heart remains quiet because it is afraid of losing the person it loves. If this message has found you today, take a moment to listen carefully, because what comes next may remind you that not every delay is a rejection. Some delays are preparation. Your soulmate has been carrying a truth deep inside, not because they wanted to deceive you, but because they were uncertain. Uncertain if you would understand. Uncertain if the timing was finally right. For a long time, they convinced themselves that staying silent would protect both of you. Yet every day, the weight of that secret grew heavier. They have replayed old conversations, wondering how different everything might have been if they had spoken sooner. Now, something has changed. Their heart can no longer carry what has remained hidden. They are beginning to understand that real love cannot grow where fear controls the story. The moment they have been avoiding is drawing closer. And when it arrives, it may not happen with dramatic words. It could begin with a simple message, a quiet conversation, or an unexpected meeting. Because sometimes the biggest truths enter our lives in the gentlest ways. To be continued in. The truth they have been hiding is not just about the past. It is also about the future they have quietly imagined with you. There were nights when they wanted to reach out. Their hand hovered over the phone. Their heart whispered, "Send the message." But fear always answered first. Fear of rejection. Fear that too much time had already passed. Fear that you had forgotten everything you once shared. Yet something inside them never stopped believing. Every memory became a reminder. Every familiar song, every place, every unexpected coincidence pulled their thoughts back to you. Now, the walls around their heart are beginning to fall. The words they once buried are rising to the surface. They no longer want to hide, because they have learned that honesty may feel frightening, but regret feels even heavier. Soon, you may notice small signs, a message, a conversation, a surprising opportunity, or a moment that seems too perfectly timed to be an accident. Sometimes, life brings people together only after both hearts have become ready. The moment they have imagined for so long is finally getting closer. They know that one conversation has the power to change everything. Not because it will erase the past, but because it can create a brand new beginning. Your soulmate has spent countless nights wondering, will they still listen? Will they still understand? Will they see the person I have become? These questions have echoed inside their heart again and again. But now, hope is becoming stronger than fear. They are realizing that love cannot remain hidden forever. Some truths are meant to be spoken. Some feelings are meant to be shared. And some connections never truly disappear. No matter how much time has passed, the next chapter will not be written by fear. It will be written by courage, by honesty, and by the choice to stop running from what the heart has always known. When that day comes, listen carefully, not only to their words, but also to the silence between them. Because sometimes the deepest confession is found not in perfect sentences, but in trembling voices, gentle eyes, and a heart finally choosing to tell the whole truth. To be continued in. As the truth begins to unfold, you may realize that the silence was never a lack of love. It was a season of healing. Your soulmate needed time to understand their own heart. They had to face their fears, their mistakes, their regrets, before they could stand before you with honesty. Now, they are no longer looking for the perfect moment, because they have learned there is no perfect moment. There is only the courage to begin. When they finally open their heart, you may hear the words, I never stopped caring about you. I was afraid, but I never forgot you. Those simple words may carry years of emotion, years of longing, years of hope. And although the journey ahead may still require patience, forgiveness, and understanding, it will also offer something beautiful. A chance to write a new chapter without secrets, without fear, without pretending that your hearts were ever completely apart. Because sometimes the greatest love stories do not begin when two people meet. They begin when two hearts finally choose to tell each other the truth. Truth is finally spoken. Do not expect everything to change in a single moment. Real healing rarely happens all at once. It begins with one honest conversation, one sincere apology, one decision to leave the past where it belongs. Your soulmate has realized that love cannot survive behind locked doors or hidden emotions. It grows when two people choose honesty, even when their voices shake. They are ready To tell you about the tears they never showed, the prayers they whispered in silence, the moments when they almost reached out but stopped at the last second. Not because they stopped loving you, but because they feared that they had already lost their chance. Now, that fear is beginning to disappear. Hope is taking its place. Deep inside, they believe that if two hearts are truly meant to find each other, no amount of time can erase what God has written. So when the opportunity finally arrives, do not focus only on what was hidden. Look also at the courage it took to finally reveal it. Because sometimes the greatest confession is not, "I love you." It is, "I was afraid, but I chose to tell you the truth anyway." And after the truth has been spoken, a quiet peace may begin to replace the uncertainty. Not because every question has been answered, but because nothing needs to remain hidden anymore. Your soulmate will no longer carry the burden of pretending. For the first time in a long while, they will feel free. Free to speak. Free to hope. Free to dream about a future that once seemed impossible. There may still be challenges. Trust may take time to rebuild. Old memories may return from time to time. But remember, the strongest relationships are not those that never faced difficult seasons. They are the ones that chose understanding over pride, forgiveness over resentment, and love over fear. Perhaps this story has never been about the secret at all. Perhaps it has always been about the courage to reveal it. Because in the end, the heart always grows tired of hiding what it truly feels. And when two souls choose honesty instead of silence, a new chapter can finally begin. Not built on perfect moments, but on genuine hearts walking forward together, one step at a time. For a long time, your soulmate carried a truth they could not find the courage to speak aloud. It was not because they wanted to deceive you. It was because they were afraid that the truth might change everything. They worried that you would see them differently, that you would walk away before hearing their whole story. But time has a way of softening fear. The silence that once protected them has become too heavy to carry. Now they understand that real love cannot grow where honesty is missing. The words they have rehearsed 1,000 times are finally ready to be spoken. When that moment comes, listen, not only with your ears, but with your heart. Because what they are about to reveal is not meant to hurt you. It is meant to remove the last wall standing between two souls who were always meant to understand one another. Sometimes the greatest act of love is simply telling the truth. And sometimes the truth becomes the beginning of a brand new chapter, filled with trust, healing, and hope. After the truth, there is a moment when everything becomes completely quiet. No one speaks. No one moves. Only the heart tries to understand what has just been revealed. Your soulmate has imagined this moment more times than you could ever know. They feared your disappointment. They feared your silence. But deep inside, they also hoped that you would see the sincerity in their eyes. Because what they want now is not sympathy. It is a second chance to show you who they have become. The lessons they learned through pain changed them. The mistakes that once separated you have become the reason they value love more than ever before. They no longer want to hide. They no longer want fear to control their future. Instead, they are choosing honesty, patience, and faith. Whether your paths meet again or remain apart, this moment marks the end of pretending and the beginning of living with an open heart. Sometimes the greatest miracle is not that two people find each other. It is that they finally find the courage to be completely true to one another.